You don't have a stream.
Okay.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Game 1 coming out here for Aegis Protector League semi-finals. So here we see we got CPX on blue side and BD on red side, as we saw from draft. And here nothing too fancy at the level 1.
I do see that Warlock did take the ignite, which I like. He did at least we know that he is going to play a little bit more aggro, I'm assuming, in the lane. With the ignite though, I would want this Nocturne to path a little bit towards the top side, but the normal clear on Nocturne is to start on the Raptors. So maybe he does a full clear, then looks towards top. We'll see how that goes. I will be keeping an eye on that. Other than that, there isn't really any awkward summoner spells. Most rune choices are same, and Warlock is just spawning the Ivern.
Yeah, that ward's gonna catch Nation on the blue side there, just starting up his camps on the Ivern, waiting for the passive to take down. Once he passes back up to the top side after clearing his bot side, he'll be able to collect the gold and the experience that he gets from it. So the aggressive ward is very good intel given to BDE here. They're going to be able to work around that.
I also like the defensive ward that was placed by Ghost and the bot side. Oh, we might see some fighting here.
One here, engage, a stun will land. CB Excel going to be taking a lot of damage after the level 2 was hit by the bot lane of CPX.
Yeah. This is going to be a little bit of a weird matchup because of the nature. Oh, we actually see a 3
and a gank in here. Hook shot will land. The flash is there, but the flea is there. The fear will land as well. DXBS has nowhere to go. First blood over to Warlock.
I think it all comes down to the vision. They knew that Ivern wasn't in place for that play, in place to react, and they used this timing to punish DXBS. See another stun coming from Tarek. But I think another huge thing is that there were no summoners burned on the side of BDE, and DXBS now loses both of his sums. Warlock is still pretty healthy, no item advantages either. So there's going to be a lot of pressure on this Aatrox once the clear gets finished by the Nocturne.
Absolutely. More trading coming in through. DXBX gonna take a lot of damage here. It is at a bit of a sticky spot now. Warlock just trying to trade hard so that they can crash this wave and get a really good recall and get an item spike. Probably gonna get that Sheen online, just adds to that communal damage. Or I've seen the Tiamat rush into the Ravenous Hydra in order to get the sustain and the wave clear enabled early.
Yeah. I feel like with Hydra, you're playing more so for lane prio. I think Warlock, with the spot that he's in, I would assume to go maybe to see a Sheen, just for that like 1v1 pressure. Yeah, we will be seeing the objectives coming onto the map soon. I want to see AllCJ get his reset off, which he is now channeling, play for these grubs, so that he can enable that Vincon from Camille, which has already been somewhat activated. At least the setup is there for in the early game.
We see Nation walking up toward the top side of Aussie's jungle. At the moment, the dragon will be spawning in about less than 30 seconds here. TP gonna be used for TF in the mid lane, just try to get back and collect that wave. But ooh, Asian walking up, roots the real Nico, but Aussie is there to back him up, so no play is going to be really made out of that. But we see the Nocturne moving up, and the Rail, they're going to be wanting to play for these grubs here.
They
Root
will be looking for it.
will land. The spell shield is there as well. They're just trying to get some mid-prio, but however, Nation is about to get run down by a Rel. The flash crash down, coming in, knocks down onto 2. But these Aatrox Qs are going to do a lot of damage. Ignite is taking. Nation walks away. Not So Dark is there as well. The fear onto DXBX will connect, but the Blossom with the flash will land on the 2. But the flash away from the rest of CPX. Will they get re-engaged? The exhaust of the Walk Warlock and another crash down from Ghost. Now there's so many stuns coming out here, but is the damage present from either of these teams? The Charm OTF gets one on the Ghost, but a kill is treated back to on the Nation. Socks and Thighs gets the Jungler, and now low health bar. DXBX, the Q's coming in. Q3 lands, Walk Warlock pops the Ignite, the Charm. There's one dead. The top laners are both down. Ozzy is trying to survive. The spell shield will not be enough. Socks and Thighs can only auto attack so much as he doesn't have cooldowns. What a crazy fight in the top river.
Yeah, this is definitely oh wait.
Spirit Rush coming in through. The Charm will land onto the real Nico, and a clean kill coming out from OTF. Dr. Thighs really did not expect that engage. Look at the mana pool that the Ahri had.
This is a start to a best of 5 if I've ever seen one. Both supports coming out to that top side, and we see that Tarek did provide a lot of just heals, shields, stuns, and that's why you picked this champion into the Rel. There was some good engages from Ghost, but it felt like it was a little bit disconnected from the team when they initially went on the Ivern with the flash. They didn't even have the Camille like in that fight. Camille was stuck under turret with the minions, so the fight goes unfavorable for the side of BD in the end, although it looked really good for a second with Socks to Ties flash Pop Blossom. Now the objectives will be traded. Obviously the both bot laners were farming. Oh, what?
Ooh, yeah. Infernal chances to get the pull. The tether changes are going to make it really hard for Aatrox to get value out of the ability nowadays, from what I've seen. But as you said before, objectives will be traded. 3 grubs over to CPX, while BDE claims his first Chemtech Drake. The second one will be a Mountain Drake, so that eliminates Mountain Soul from this game here. We'll see which team decides to play for that.
Yeah. And for the next while, like we were talking about how this Camille was kind of set up for success, it's kind of out the window now. You are just down a lot of CS, a lot in EXP. You're down a full level. The mid lane also got accelerated. OTF 3-0 on the Ahri after the solo play he made onto Socks to Ties in the mid lane. The only good thing is that your jungler is a little bit far ahead in Nocturne. And bot side has been just pretty even, but Warlock needs to be careful here. He is getting into that dangerous HP territory.
It was interesting to see that top lane fight as Aussie here could be spot on a ward, but DXBS just gonna back off. But as I was saying, it was interesting to see that top river fight for the Grubs when I feel like it would have been a more of a cleaner fight if one of the top laners actually was level 6, because both were level 5, didn't have access to their ultimates. The only ones that did have access were the mid laners, as you saw in that fight with the Pop Blossom. Now, Ozzy J not going to be able to get that gank off the top side because he was spotted. DXBS is up a lot of XP and gold now because of Walk Warlock's movement down, and he's going to be backing with more AD here. Nation going to be counter jungling the blue side. You see that cheeky control ward there towards Nocturne's bot side. Ozzy J, I think it was spotted out by Ghost, not too sure. I don't think it was actually. He's just going to walk past that. But now game pace has slowed down. No objectives on the map up just yet. We're going to just be playing cautiously. However, the Nocturne is level 7, so plays can be forced whenever BDE really wants to.
We will be just... I want to see them look for more of these side lane plays rather than 5v5s. Like, oh, good interruption there by DXBS. But... like, we saw, even though, like, they had the advantage on the Camille in that play, even though they got a good Pop Blossom, it's just, like, because of the nature of this matchup, especially between the Tarek and the Rel, like how slippery Aatrox and Ari can be, it is going to be really hard to play for these 5v5s. I feel like they should be looking more for these like punishes, overextends on the side, maybe play a little bit more in towards the Ivern's jungle, pressure him out, because Nation has been just freely walking into Nocturne's jungle, just smite these things away.
I see Jay wasn't spotted there, but now he's going to be walking up. The charm will land. Not much is going to be made out of this, though. OTF has the safety net of his own tower.
Another aggressive ward coming in towards Ivern's jungle. It is going to be cleared, but they're trying to keep a little bit more vision pressure up towards this top side. The second grubs will be coming in shortly. I don't know if you want to fight it. If I am Conduit, it's not going to provide too much. Obviously, if you can get the 6, it is a nice bit of pushing power. But with the nature of their team, I don't know if I would want to like flip a team fight. You're not going to be playing a lot from these side lanes or split pushes. You want a team fight more so. So they're mostly here to at least deny. But the call is going to be just give the side of PD. They want to at least keep the dragon stack going, and Excel is able to grab a plate for himself in the bot side while this was happening.
Yeah, I'm just going to play it safe here. The grubs will be taken by CPX. Going to net them 6 grubs total, which adds a lot of true damage, as well as the little grubbies that, flash out from Excel. The TP coming down from Socks to Thighs. Going to have to flash away the Paranoia as well. It's the ADC treatment, ladies and gentlemen. Socks to Thighs will clear this up. It is the Avengers assembling on top of Domination.
Oh man, this is like the play that this team comp is built for. You are supposed to find people isolated in the side and then play for them.
As I said, the Avengers coming in, the Justice League will try to claim some more. The Spirit will land a root from Nation will land under Excel, and it will net another kill onto the ADC. ADC is traded now. Mountain Drake Cryo has been claimed because of this. And now they're going to start it up.
ADC's no flash, really hard to play. For a second, I thought Excel was going to survive because Socks was able to send his clone to tank the charm, but Nation was able to land his root, so they were able to grab the kill in the end. Now it's 1 per team for the Dragons. It is going to be a Hextech Soul, which is going to be really impactful in these team fights when it comes to kiting, when it comes to creating space or chase. It is one of the, I think, the stronger souls in the game. When we look at the items completed, we're finally seeing the first items coming through. Hexplate finished for the Nocturne, Rocket Belt finished for the Nico, just to give that a little bit more, that small dash right before Pop Blossom comes through. The shivs completed for both ADCs. Topside Camille was able to finish her item as well. So with these first item power spikes, these team fights are going to be even more interesting to see with how aggressive these teams have been approaching each other.
A little bit of trading on the mid lane here. And yes, as you said, the item spikes coming out. Both the ADCs also got the static shiv online. Looks like DXBS is going to be building that popular lethality Aatrox that we've seen a lot in high elo in professional play. It does require a bit of coordination from my personal experience playing the champion, as you're not really much of a frontliner. Rather, you like to take flanks and try to get an off angle onto the enemy backline. But we'll see how DXBS has been panning this out. He's been playing the lane pretty decently, besides that gank earlier in the first few minutes of the game. But Not So Dark gonna be walking up here. Shattering Strike misses, but the double stun on the 2. Tower is still alive, but CBXL gonna be taking a lot of damage. A Hextech Ultimatum, meanwhile, on the top side, Nation gonna be coming in, locked down. Now, Paranoia gonna be trying to clean the kill, but here we got DXBS, the World Ender, popping a lot of damage, has to flash away. Interesting there, but he's gonna get a little bit of a Q back, and looks like it's just gonna be Jungler picked off. Root? Excel? Don't want to be stepping up too far, my friend. You are very low on HP. Oh, TF on a cheeky spot here. Wow, great reaction time on the spell shield. RCJ blocks that charm. But now it's 3 versus 1. Pop Blossom flashed away, dashing out as much as possible. No Hextech ultimatum available, used in the fight before, and they can't catch onto the Ari, but the Rift Herald was successfully denied as DXBX and Nation come back to try to contest.
Yeah. Ulti has been doing a really good job just kind of holding the ultimate, playing for the right timing, and his play was able to get his team and get another objective. LCJ though, clean spell shield, but we see the pressure coming in from this bot side. The Taric Rel matchup has been really rough for BD in this bot side, and it's showing up. Philios already grabbing the first turret in the game, not with all plates, but I think they were able to grab a decent amount of plates as well. And now I want to see them move this Aphelios to another lane. Ari will be moving down to the spot side, but she needs to be careful. We saw what happened to Aphelios. If OTF is not careful, he might get picked by this Nocturne.
Yes, the experimental hex plate providing a ton of ability haste or ultimate ability haste on the cooldown for the Paranoia, and we see it already off cooldown as we speak here. Not So Dark trying to play a lot of deep vision. This is something you really gotta do when playing against Nocturne. If you don't have that deep vision, you won't be able to see where he's coming from. It's gonna be so hard to play against it.
A little bit surprised how, like, other than obviously he died twice, but he has been Nation has been a pretty free, just scaling phase of early game phase in this game. He's up 32 CS as an Ivern on Nocturne, which I don't think should be the case. He's been given a lot of space. We see a lot of fighting.
Fighting. DXPX has to be careful. This is the point in the matchup where Camille starts to just start hard winning. All she needed is 1 item plus tier 2 boots with level 11, and she'll be able to just honestly whittle this Aatrox down with the right movement. Now the Rift Herald will be summoned in the mid lane. They're going to be popping this and crushing it into the mid lane. The root with the traps will land, but it looks like there's not going to be enough to defend the mid tower. It's going to be just given over to CPX. Meanwhile, more trades at the top side. DXBX is landing these sweet spots though. Walk Warlock has to be careful. And the root will land a charm as well. We're gonna start coming in. A combination of the realm and the Pop Blossom. Shutdown goes over to the support. Now the chase down. Domination running for his life. Trying to kite. Aussie J. The Excel is getting these resets. However, the Moonlight Vigil does land, but Excel is excited. TP in from Walk Warlock just to secure, and it's gonna be an easy fight as Walk Warlock gonna be engaging on the DXBX, but Dragon will be easily given over to BDE as DXBX doesn't really have anywhere to run. He's just gonna get cut down.
Yeah, crazy fight coming in. The side of Conduit, they tried to play it a little bit too fast. How they want to play is like kind of create more space, give some time for this Taric ulti to come down, but OTF was caught up a little bit too close, and then with the root landing from the Nico, then they were able to use the Nocturne Nico combo, where after the Paranoia comes through, you are not going to just see
Charm coming in. Stalks the thighs, taking a lot of damage. RTF still has two dashes, but the flash there as well. The dash over the wall. 1 auto attack is all it needs. The pop blossom for the shield, not going to be there in time. Shutdown going over to OTF. Meanwhile, Ghost and Excel trying to run them down, but Not So Dark is there with the stun appeal. And OTF going to get a big bounty in their pocket.
The shutdown going over to OTF. He's been accelerated to the moon this game, and I'm assuming is going to be able to pick up a Lich Bane on his next back. This Ari build really becomes obnoxious after 2 items, just getting the resets on the ulti, getting a lot of Lich Bane procs in these fights with the Malignance as well. The first turn is down.
Gank, Paranoia coming in, Walk Warlock trying to hook shot in as well. DXBS fighting for his life, but won't be able to survive this one. Aussie J gonna be cleaning up that kill. Not so dark, trying to get some vision there, but Ghost is also available towards the top side where Baron Nashor has spawned. So another pick onto the top laner. DXBX not having the greatest time of his life right now.
And these Nocturne ultimates have been great. Aussie J is the jungler to have more impact on this game for the time being. Nation has been doing did do a good job in the early game, grabbing the objectives, stopping the dragon stacking from the side of BDE. But these Nocturne ultimates on these side lanes have been crucial. DXBX, after grabbing somewhat of a lead in lane after the first blood that he gave over, now stands at 0-4. The jungler Nation as well, 1-1, 3-1. It's all on to OTF right now. He has to do the heavy carrying for the team right now.
And don't count them out just yet. The Aphelios is still scaling. He's got a lot of money. He's farming up a lot. He's probably going to back for this Infinity Edge that he has available for himself, I believe. Well, honestly, even though it is 6 kills to 10, the goal discrepancy is negligible. It's only about a few hundred. And as I said before, there's the Infinity Edge domination completed. Still a pretty even game. Honestly, this can go anyway. This game is anything goes, but I would say that OTF is one of the stronger champions on the Rift at the moment.
Yeah, I think he's by far the strongest right now. Although second items have been coming from ADCs, these ADCs will be paper against these soul laners, unfortunately, in the nature of the game right now, unless they get the appropriate peel. The Ivern, I think the reason why this champion has been so important and so strong. Oh, never mind.
Bit of a fight coming in through. But Warlock just gonna back off. Well, it's not so dark on the vision with the minion, so trying to reset here. CBX trying to get top lane vision control for this Nash. Not me, Baron Nashor, sorry. But we like I said, anything goes. If one mistake comes out from BDE, it's easy turn on the Baron, and obviously BDE don't really want to take any risky plays too much. I think the style that they've been playing right now, picking off them one by one, and then waiting for these objectives here, especially these dragons that they've been prioritizing. But as we can see, CPX going to be walking down early into the river. Aussie J going to spot them out. He's got the Serpent's Fang finished, so the Serpent's Fang is actually going to cut back on a lot of the sustain from the Ivern and the Taric for the team. He's trying to add a little bit more utility to the to his kit while sacrificing a bit of durability.
I was actually going to mention that as well. I feel like with the locket on this Taric, with how the champion works in general with the heals and shields, once they get heal cut as well, the sustain will be cut a lot, but they might be caught in the bot side here.
The XBX gets the rocket belt out of Stocks to Thighs. Domination going to be clearing out this flank ward here, but meanwhile, Warlock is already done with this team, so it's going to be a straight up 5v5, no teleports needed, no one splitting whatsoever, applying a pressure to the side lanes, which I think is kind of odd. I feel like that would be the best bet possible. We do see the dragon started up and Warlock walking towards the mid lane. Now fishing goes, trying to rush in through with the movement speed, has the Solstice Slay as well as the Trailblazer. The Paranoia will be popped here, as well as the Magnet Storm flip into the Pop Blossom. It is 3, just chunked down. The Cosmic Radiance is there though. Will it be enough? The lockdown for the Camille. However, the Moonlight Vigil, this Aphelios is being the man he was before. 200 years champion. Cuts them down. The Ignite is ticking. No kill. It is a triple kill for domination. And this is the Aphelios team fight at potential, ladies and gentlemen.
The fight was super close. The initial engage from Ghost was incredible, but the damage was just not nearly enough. They were able to get Nation down, but they weren't able to get the prio targets. EXBX and OTF was able to survive on low HP, and then the Cosmic Radiance did keep them alive. So after that, it was all domination. After that, the Moonlight Vigil was just crazy play from coming from him as well. But it was a really close fight. I don't think you want 5v5s to be looking that close if you are the side of Conduit. But they were able to grab the dragon. The play did work out in the end. The scaling for both ADCs is incredible, and I feel like the Taric ulti just kind of stalls that out a little bit. So the Aphelios is going to be favored on the other side of the matchup, especially come late game.
The value of the Cosmic Radiance shown during that team's fight. Now, unfortunately, the fight wasn't very clean, so CPX couldn't really turn towards the Baron, but they do get another dragon in their pocket here. Soxathai is just sitting towards this top side here. So now it's just going to be pushing out waves in the moment. Teleports are up for all the solo laners except for Soxathai. So we're just going to be slowing the game pace down. Hopefully BDE knows where their priority targets are. This Aphelios needs to die first if they want to survive.
He still have his flash too. Which
Hextech ultimatum.
Yeah.
Ari, you cannot dash anywhere. Shut down over to the Camille. And that ultimate is such a hard counter to these mobile mid laners. Just locks them down. They're not able to move anywhere.
Even the Pop Blossom was used, but wasn't really needed there. They do grab the pick. They will have Warlock on a timer on the spot side. He is going to be able to play for this turret. The PXPX is now resetting to ideally match him down in the spot side after this turret goes down. This will give some time for PDE to push some of these side lanes, grab some maybe the vision priority in this top side area for this Baron play before OTF is back on the map.
Absolutely here. Vision control being fought for to the top side. That Baron has yet to be contested or touched. We see a lot of items finished now. OTF is 3 items. He got the death cap finish. He's incredibly strong at the moment. And honestly, this Ari, even though we got the shutdown on them earlier, it's still very, very scary. Because now you barely got 2 options as this Camille. Even though you got the engage with the Magnet Storm and the Pop Blossom, if it doesn't really land onto the key targets like the Ari and the Aphelios, you really got to choose which one you really want to lock down with the ultimate, the Hextech ultimatum. Is it going to be domination on this backline AD carry, or is it going to be OTF on this super mobile Ari that's going to be chunking your team?
Ideally, you want to go for the Ari because, like, there should be some sort of at least either the Rel or this Nico should be able to flash engage onto the Aphelios. If you're seeing the Camille power
coming through, paranoia towards the top side, the turret will fall. Spirit Rush will be used as well. OTF trying to cut this out. There is 3-on-3 top lane. Now, dash back in. The chain CC! OTF is gonna slay this Ghost! Ghost is now down. That is the support gone for BDE.
That play happens if they don't really look for a Baron or something. It might be a little bit. They might not get too much out of the kill other than the kill itself. The dragon will be spawning in a minute, so Ghost will be back up. It's only fit. It's a really short timer because he's the support. Yeah, they just somehow that whole play it just ended up as CBXL picking up the mid tier 1 turret for BDE. I feel like you take that. Like, if you're BDE, you take that trade, you open up a little bit more off this map. And I think an interesting thing about these fights come late game is going to be with the Camille, with the Jinx. One bad fight might just mean that BDE just runs it down mid and ends the game. These champions melt through turrets incredibly fast. And then we're going to have one of those fights right now for the 5th dragon of the game, 3rd dragon potential for both teams, soul point potential for both teams.
All right, teleport instant used by DXBX, and now there's a lot of river prior enabled. So the dragon has actually been started up by Nation and Domination as we speak. They're going to be dealing a lot of DPS to this as it will just fall. There's a lot of good zoning from Not So Dark and DXBX. BDE didn't really get a chance to walk up towards the river because of lack of vision, and now CPX get a dragon for free.
To see them maybe just play a little bit of a bait towards this Baron. They have the better positioning right now. They pushed mid. They had a better positioning. So clearing this vision, maybe play for a pick. Could have been the play, but they don't go for it. Warlock going for the reset and going to go back to pushing this bot wave. He does have his TP. The Baron is started though.
Baron Nash going to be started. All 5 members of CPX are available. Aussie J does have the Paranoia off his cooldown. Now the TP flank from Warlock is there, but the Magnet Storm as well in combination with the Pop Blossom. However, the Moonlight Vigil re-engage. Now the Domination trying to DPS. There's so many low health bars on the side of BDE. Warlock pops a Hextech Ultimatum, but will not be able to escape the Spirit Rush re-engage, but it will be a route onto OTF. CBXL pops the Ghost, tries to kite away. Now Ghost 1 HP. CBXL gets the charm and the stun big shutdown over to the Ari, and that is going to for surely be the Paranasher for CPX.
And they keep kind of doing the same mistake that we talked about. You just cannot burn all of your engage at the same time. When you do, this exact scenario happens. As soon as the Cosmic Radiance comes through, you just do not have any of your ultimates now. And after that, this Aphelios just runs rampant in these fights. You have to somehow, some way, play to bait that initially. Maybe even like give away Ghost. Like he goes in, you just don't burn anything else. You just burn the Taric ulti. Afterwards, maybe you can play the fight. One flash Pop Blossom, and then you can just go in however you like. But you just cannot afford to just burn all of your cooldowns on these big ultimates at the same time and just be kind of a victim of this Cosmic Radiance, which has been working perfectly for these past few fights. Now the gold lead finally in this game has been came at a commendable level.
Oh, sucks to thighs. Not gonna be able to escape this one. OTF just deals so much first with the amount of AP he has on him. Now the mid laner is gone. This one not allows for CPX to push out their Baron empowered minions and get more of these turrets to break into the BDE base.
And with Nico being down, no Pop Blossom, this is going to be rough. Warlock, maybe a kill on the side lane might give them some time to breathe, force a few of these members to back. But they looks like they will be losing the ball.
Oh, Moonlight Vigil gonna be put as well. That is actually gonna be a kill. Meanwhile, on the top side, we got a 1v1. Warlock taking a little bit too much there for the turret, and the red buff will kill a DXBX flashes because he didn't know that was actually gonna claim it. But meanwhile, that is 2 members down. The BDE now the re-engage. The Paranoia will not be popped because he got charged out of it. OTF is just going rampant on this Ari. That is insane. As now CPX looking to cut down to the base. Double kill now for OTF, trying to get a little bit more, but Success Knife sitting in the base, and that will be Nexus.